Here I've taken 400 grams of breast chicken. I've cut them into strips. To that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt first, and then white pepper, a teaspoon. And then if you look at it, it's got two different colors. It's a half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of coriander powder. And then 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder gives a really nice color and flavor. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste. Mix it well, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of yogurt. And I'm going to marinate that for 30 minutes at least. And then here I've taken 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and 1 tablespoon of rice flour. I mixed and keep it, and a beaten egg. And I've got, once we got the chicken batter ready, I've got about 10 cloves of garlic finely chopped. I'm going to add that, and then about 15 to 20 curry leaves. It depends how hot in chili you like, so I'm going to make it nice and hot. So I've taken about 8 green chili split, and after that I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of yogurt. It's nicely whisked. To that I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, and that's coriander powder a teaspoon, cumin powder a teaspoon, maybe just a tad less, and a little bit less than that, garam masala. If you look at it, from coriander powder to garam masala, I'm going to decrease the quantity. Welcome to Curry King Vinny. Today I'm doing chicken 65. It's a dish which is, the method of doing is Chinese, but it's all with Indian spice and herbs, originated from Hyderabad. I'm going to dedicate this dish for Archie. I know how much you loved it, and I'm going to do this for you. So let's go. So I've got about 400 grams of chicken breast cut into strips. You can add the thigh as well, it's absolutely fine. So this is like a general how you marinate. I'm going to put up a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of salt. Salt always goes in first, and then pepper. Just so all the powder spices go in first. The cumin and coriander powder, and the chili. If you like it more hot, you can add more hot. So yeah, I think I will need a little bit more chili. See, this is what Indian food is about. It's very personal. You do it for your own taste. So, and see, when you put the dry spices and the salt first, you can see it all sticks to the chicken really well. And to that, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of yogurt. It's whisked, so you can see it's nice and creamy. Yeah, mix it, and then one more ingredient to go for the marination: ginger and garlic paste. Nice heap a tablespoon. So mix it well using hands. Yeah. So I'm going to marinate this for 30 minutes, but you can marinate it in the fridge for up to a couple of hours. Don't do it for too long, otherwise chicken becomes too dry. It's been marinated for half an hour. I'm going to add an egg. I've taken 1, but I'm just using a little bit. I know you probably find it slightly more moist, but it's fine. So because since we got the rice flour and the refined flour, it's going to absorb all the moisture. So I've taken about 5 tablespoons, which has 4 tablespoons of plain flour and 1 tablespoon of rice flour. The rice flour gives a nice crunchy taste to it, nice and crispy. There you go. It's getting nice and... People use the baking powder or the cooking soda. I don't recommend personally, because it makes the batter too stodgy, where here we want all the spices to, you know, feel the taste of the spices. So yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit more flour. So adding as you go is probably one of the best way to do it. Most important thing, you have to start doing this at least 20 minutes before the football starts. So that way you have like nice crispy snacks ready with the beer. And so I'm gonna fry these chicken cubes in the oil. Yeah, the oil looks nice and hot, so now I'm gonna increase the temperature. So one by one. If you don't have a big enough wok, you just do it twice. Manage to fill it all in, keep the heat on high. If you have less chicken, more oil, then you have to keep the heat moderate. So you don't want to burn it. We're going to fry them twice. So it will be. I prefer to do it twice cook. So I'm just going to take off the heat. So it's going to be really nice finger food for a pub where people like it nice and hot. So at this point in time, I'm going to turn the temperature down. So we're going to allow the chicken to rest for 5 minutes. What it does is we make sure the chicken is completely cooked in just the heat it has now. And afterwards, when we cook it second time, it's going to get nice and crunchy from outside, and chicken is thoroughly cooked inside, so we don't have to worry. There you go. All of them out. Alright, we're going to rest for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, so we rested the chicken for 5 minutes. I'm going to start frying them again. So again, this time the oil has to be about 170 degrees to 180 degrees. So now we can see the bubbles have reduced now, it's gone down. That's a sign that chicken, all the moisture is finished and it's cooked. So now I'm gonna take it off of the oil, all of them one by one. Be careful. Now the chicken is cooked. Now taking a pan. To that, I'm taking about 1 tablespoon of oil. There you go, done. Just keep it nice heat. So here, I've got the garlic, curry leaves, chili, and then I'm going to add the yogurt, salt, and then I'm going to add the spices. So everything's going to be clockwise. That's where it goes into the pan. So now the oil is nice and hot. You don't want to need too much oil. So turn the heat down. Once the oil is hot, turn the heat down because we don't want to burn the garlic. So the garlic goes in first. Just saute a bit. So the Indian garlic isn't very garlicky, so if you're using garlic in anywhere else in Europe, it could be a little bit too strong. So India is never extra garlic, and we don't call garlic stings, we call it garlic scent. So, and let's go from the high, the coriander powder, a little bit less than that, cumin powder, a little bit less than that, garam masala, and fresh coriander. So just turn the heat up. So I'm gonna cook till the oil releases. So I think for the chicken we have, it might need a little bit more sauce. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna add some more water. All the oil is coming out. So this is when I'm gonna add the chicken and just stir fry it. It's all mixed. Just gonna add just a bit of lime because The yogurt we had, it wasn't sour enough, so just add a bit of lime, give it a stir. There you go, all coated. Oh, it's nice and hot. Turn the heat down. Dish done. There you go, another dish done. Enjoy with a nice cold beer. You will really, really love it, especially watching football. The spicy lover, you can make it milder as well, but I recommend for the chili lovers, try it because it's going to be really hot and tasty and yummy. So do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, Curry King Vinny. Follow us on Instagram, Curry King Vinny, and also on Facebook, Curry King Vinny. So there's going to be a lot more exciting recipes to come, and also a cookery book as well. So keep following, keep in touch, enjoy, and keep eating and sharing the joy of food with family and friends. Curry King Vinny.